Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Reality Check, where words hit harder than bullets and where silence is never calm. It's tension waiting to explode, and when powerful trembles, truth does not whisper, it roars. This episode is raw, uncensored, and impossible to ignore. बलूचिस्तान एक बार फिर खून और खौफ की खबरों में घिरा हुआ है। हमले सिर्फ ज़मीन पर नहीं हो रहे बल्कि कहानियों और तस्वीरों के ज़रिए ज़हनों पर असर डाला जा रहा है। 33 people were killed in coordinated suicide bombing and gun assaults across Balochistan. Most of them were civilians. Within 24 hours, the conflict took a dramatic symbolic turn. The Balochistan Liberation Army BLA placed two women at the center of its narrative, reshaping how violence is being presented to the world. ये जंग अब सिर्फ गोली की नहीं, ज़हन पर कब्जा करने की कोशिश भी की जा रही है। Asifa Mengal, 24 years old, is being projected by the group as one of the female attackers in the latest violence. She is said to be from Noshki and linked to Majid Brigade. The group claims she volunteered for a suicide mission and took part in an attack targeting an intelligence facility. Images released online show her in a militant clothing, turning her into a symbol designated travel far beyond the battlefield. एक चेहरा और पूरी कहानी को आग लग गई. Alongside her, another name is being amplified, Hawa Baloch, also known as Durosham. The group presents her as both fighter and an ideological figure. They claim that she fought near Gawada during a major operation and was killed in a battle. Her past as a writer and her family history are being used to build a powerful emotional narrative. दहशतगर्द अब औरतों को इस्तेमाल करने लगे हैं. Analysts say that placing women in frontline roles is a calculated strategy. It breaks social norms, creates a shock value, and attracts global attention. Recent videos frame the violence as the retaliation and attempt to transform personal stories into political symbols. Meanwhile, Pakistani security forces say that they killed 145 militants in sweeping counter-terror operations across the province in less than 48 hours. Officials call it one of the most intense crackdowns in the recent years. The fighting on the ground continues, but another battle is unfolding just as fiercely. The battle of narratives. 145 militants तो खत्म हुए हैं, लेकिन कहानी अभी भी जारी है. मैदान में सिक्योरिटी ऑपरेशंस, जहनों में नैरेटिव की जंग और तूफान रुकने वाला नहीं है. हर गोली एक पैगाम है, हर ऑपरेशन एक नई कहानी और दुनिया इसको सुन रही है. ऑपरेशंस तो हो रहे हैं, लेकिन असली जंग आवाज़ों और सोचों की है. सोचिए, लॉटरी जीतकर अमीर हो जाएं और फिर उसी पैसे से दुनिया के सबसे बड़े ड्रग एम्पायर को खड़ा कर दें. John Eric Spivey, an 80-year-old from Wigan, United Kingdom, turned his 2.4 million pound euros lottery into 288 pounds million drug empire. From his quiet rural home, he ran a huge operation, producing counterfeit tablets at an industrial scale. He claimed that he had no knowledge of the crimes, but Bolton Crown Court did not buy it. He was found guilty of conspiracy and produced supply class C drugs, possession of firearms, ammunition, and perverting justice. Spivey was not alone. His sons Lee Dury, John Collin, and Callum Dorian also got a jail time of 9 years, 9 months, and 12 years respectively. The empire grew fast. Starting in a small cottage warehouse, they expanded to an industrial lab in Salford, buying 2,000 worth billion of machinery and ingredients between 2020 and 2022. Pills were sold for just $65. Their secret, using Neutra Ink as a front encrypted message on EncroChat, but French authorities have uncovered the messages, bringing the empire crashing down. The judge said it was the largest production of drugs of this nature uncovered by police, adding that despite your lottery win, you continued a life of crime well beyond normal retirement years. लॉटरी ने जिंदगी बदली लेकिन इलीगल तरीके से. पैसा सब कुछ नहीं होता. I'm Ramna Sair and this was Reality Checks today's episode. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में.